Hello, voidlings. Sorry I didn't show up yesterday. Was doing a lot of editing on the last video. Because it was apparently getting flagged for music, so I was like, okay, gotta go fix that. So hopefully it shouldn't be this time, we'll see. And I woke up late today, so that's it's like I'm currently fighting with myself on starting the Cult of Lamb. I have now gotten all the DLC, so it is all packed up there. It's just there have been moments when I've been streaming or when I'm not streaming that I hear a noise and I freak out. So it might be into August because it genuinely just might be let my anxiety die down a bit, because Cult of Lamb, I'm going to have to focus because it is partially a bullet hell game, so I'm like, I need to focus on what's going on the screen. So I don't think it'd be good if I just go and obviously play it. So we are so just going to try to work with the stuff that I do have, which is, again, I've got like character sheets I've got to go and make, and the interesting ones. Okay. I think that works. still going to be getting up for stuff because I've also been slowly working on the diorama. Remember how I said I was originally on like page 7? We're on to page 12. It's taking us long because I've got to do other things, but also how many tiny things I've had to go and do. Like, there were all these little bottles that I had to go and make after the books, so the books were done, little frames, and then putting together this little floating cabinet with a couple of books, bottles, a little skeleton cat. There's another cabinet that was made, and they actually open. And then two like drawers. One's got like a whole tiny stack of books, and the other one has like a ton of stacks of books. That one was fun because I was trying to make sure it pressed down so that it wasn't like sticking up. So yay, that was fun having to deal with that. Also currently, I'm trying to sort out my postage. I'm realizing I have a ton here. All needs to go back. All needs to go back into things. So I'll sort them out at a later date. But oh my gosh, there is a ton of these, and it'd be real great if I could get them organized all nice and neat. I kind of want to do it numeric because DMC Floss already is usually in a numeric order. It's just getting these all done into a numeric order. So, but I mean, there's a lot. I mean, it is like a giant bag full. I might just use the model sleeping at this point. Because it's going to be a bit of stuff. I've got some other things I need to work on. It also makes it easier for me to freely move about the room. So, yay. So that I can focus in on stuff. Let's see. Huh. Okay. We are looking for a location for this item to be located at. I don't think I have any buildings there. It's nice being able to like locate things out. by just typing in my little initials that I use for each one of the games. And yes, I do have at least some initials for them, because it makes it easier. So I can go and be like, ah, yes, this game is with these initials. So it's easy to just go type that in. Ah, yes, there. Find the item that we're item or location, or in this case it's like partially item, partial location, partially creature. Because if it's an item that can like be grabbed or something, kind of want, you know, that information as to, oh yes, where can the player find this? Ba-ba-ba. But yeah, I'm just so excited to be doing things. Still have to keep this page up because I want to make sure I'm also getting the coloration correct for the character. So yippee! There we go. Probably a good idea if I leave that information there. I will say this next building part of the diorama is going to take the longest time, because it's building more drawers for a giant cabinet. And when I mean more drawers, I mean it wants me to make 9 of these things before I can move on to the next step. So it's not just snapping it all into place, there's also some glue that has to be done for the actual little drawer handle. So they actually will be able to like be pullable out, which that's kind of cool. At least a little bit. So, yeah. It's kind of cool that I'll be able to do that. But also, everything. I'm hoping to also get, like I said, a lot of this done today, because tomorrow is update. So really gotta get through the character update sheet, but the character sheets, gets the last bit of, get the last little bit of the mini map, or at least my style mini map finished. I think I'll be doing pizza tonight, just because I do not feel the urge to go and cook. Tomorrow might be a little bit, but we'll see on tomorrow. If I do morning. If I do morning, we'll probably just do like, I don't know, Nostale. I still need to get to level 80. I think I'd have to check if I'm able to enter Undervale at level 80. Like I said, they're blocking areas now, and it's like I can't get to this area, and I would love to, but I've got that I want to do. Funnily enough, Spirit City, because they do have a new thing, the Arcane Library that they're doing. Very excited. Very excited. They have this really cool. Well, they're having another. Okay, do this before this point, and you may win these things. Participation does include just getting the DLC, so I may try to join in on it. I know I tried doing it for like the winter one. I did not finish the cross stitch in time. Being able to draw something, I would think I'd be able to get it done. So we'll see on how that plays out. So that's why I'm trying to push myself to finish these character sheets so that I can move on to the more traditional art pieces that I have piling up that I want to go and do, because if anything, they are kind of how a lot of stuff starts in my game, because I will usually use that as a way to go and be like, hey, ooh, that's nice. Sorry, Akashics, they just posted their upcoming release. They're the ones who do some battlers that I do buy. I like buying their battlers. They are very nicely done. Making the Goddess of Order. I like it. It's very pretty looking. And I'm wondering if, like the other goddesses, it's going to have multiple battle phases. I will be a very happy girl if there's multiple battle phases. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I was hearing noise and I was like, what the frick is that noise? Is it the trash today? No, it's someone moving the trash cans in the alleyway. Okay. Because my brain was like, huh? I'm hearing noise. Where'd that noise coming from? What's going on? See, this is why I don't think I'd be able to play Cult of the Lamb at the moment. Because as soon as I heard something going on outside, I'd just be like, what noise? What's going on? And I hate that. Okie dokie. Alright. So I've finished one drawer. One drawer is finished out of 9. This is going to take forever. It's especially annoying because the drawers have, well, it's more all the wooden stuff with it. It's just like, oh yeah, here, have some lovely wood splinters coming off, and it's like, great. I really won't get my finger stabbed by that. So yeah, I'm not the happiest on that, but whatever. Lavender's still growing nicely. Hasn't decided to bloom yet. I don't know if it's maybe too late in the season. I planted it at the beginning. We just had such crappy spring weather that it didn't start to grow until now. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it will start to grow eventually. We'll see. But yeah, hoping to eventually have some nice lavender growing. Oh boy, that's a lot of different. I have a lot of thread. I'm also just trying to sort out those shelves that I have. Ooh. Oh. I already missed it. Boo. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, oh, that's not cool. Okay. So we got that. So a lot of these I'm just also probably going to have to put onto the new cards because they're the old stuff. The stuff that my mom kind of doesn't use. She used to use the bobbins. I use the bobbins now. She uses another form. So it's just like, oh yeah, all of this does not belong with the thread for cross stitch. Hello, you are my specialty. So, there are at least some nice new Kreinik sort of thread. And this is a one from Japan. I remember because I specifically got it with one of my orders because I was like, oh yeah, let me get that. Because if it got up to a certain order point, it would be cheaper. So I was like, yeah, sure, let me spend extra money. I have a problem sometimes when it comes to cross stitch. Like, there are some really nice new patterns out there, and I'm just like, oh boy, I want those, but I need to finish the ones, and that's kind of also why I'm doing the diorama, because it's on top of the cross stitch that I've been currently trying to do before I go and do some of the other cross stitch, and it's just a mess. It is just a mess. I'm realizing I probably should just dump out the bag. That'd be a whole lot easier than just trying to grab into the bag. Oh my lord, that's a lot. What in the frick did I do? Okay. Okay, bag's empty. One of the cross stitch drawers is almost filled. Yay! Oh boy. Okay, that's gonna go there. Okay. Cool. Done. That later. Okay, cool. I'll say I'm surprised how well some of the drawers are going for the little diorama. There was one though, last night I was doing it, and I kid you not, the wood broke, so I had to do extra glue to repair it, because I was like, nah, I don't want that broken. It's not exactly what I was looking or hoping for, and I was trying to poke it out. So, yippee. But there's a lot of things. Oh, and I'm noticing that's gonna be an issue probably for another day. I'm noticing I've got a baggie here with some that are still haven't been taken out. That's a zipper. That goes over into that section. Hey, and that's a bobbin. Goes over there. Okay. What else? finished. That's at least one. Oh, hi. I had okay, cool. Cool. I don't know what you are. 29. Okay. Cool. And then with you over there. Oh, I think I was working on some of them here. And sorting. It is going to be heck when I get around to fully sorting these all. The other ones that I've done, the ones that I've almost done, I've got at least stickers for the number system now, which is kind of what I wanted to begin with. My mom just wrote on some of these with pencil, and that's kind of wearing away with age. So not necessarily the best. The stickers are at least stained for the most part. I have to make sure I'm getting the cardboard bobbins and not the plastic. They won't stick to the plastic. They'll stick to the cardboard. Lovely dress pattern fabric. I don't know what. I'll have to figure that out. There's more bobbins. Bobbin. Hey, there's a sewing bobbin. Ooh. I think. Yep, those are beads. Those have their own container now. And that looks like all my specialty threads. Because yes, there is such a thing as specialty threads. Ooh. Ooh, is that Kreinik? Is that... Yes, that's actually a Kreinik! Oh! I am lucky! Ooh, actually two. I don't think they're the ones, though, that I don't think they're the ones I'm supposed to use, but I at least have some Kreinik. There's like... Yeah, there's like 4 Kreinik. I am very lucky at that point. So, TLDR, Kreinik went out of business, and therefore, can't get any Kreinik thread. So, very lucky that I have still some from when one of the cross-stitch places went out of business. I think it was it last year or the year before? I can't remember. So much has happened. But I'm pretty sure it was within the past 2 years. So, slowly making my way through all this nonsense. So we're gonna try to bobbin up all of these, all the loose ones I have. What are you? What is this? Oh, I think this is the belt for the dress. Okay, that would make some. Let me put that in the dress. Because I have another set of that. Interesting. Don't know what that is. This is, I think, the one spool of thread that does not go up into my other stuff because it's the clear thread. The clear thread is specifically for my cross stitch. Because that makes it, it's basically for the beading, because you can try, like my mom did originally work with, oh hey, I'll go and use a thread similar, but that turned into more just like, oh, this is on like one color over here, one color over there, which kind of makes it a little messy. So it was just easier to, just go and be like, okay, well, let me just find something else. And lo and behold, Coats & Clark make a transparent thread. I love it. I will be sad if they ever discontinue it. But yeah. And hold on a minute. Too much water. Too much water. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can manage. To not make this look too atrocious. Okay. Mm-hmm. Say I can probably okay. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. I'm not too overtly worried about the okay. Two. Mhm. There we go. Alright. Make sure that goes over into the new stuff. Try to make sure everything has its place and it's put into the right folders. So that makes finding the things a lot easier. Okay, do. Let's end that scope because it does not exist for that particular item. Keep talking. Where's my eraser? Okay, there we are. I'm gonna say I should have my eraser somewhere. There we go. And all that nice and clean. And then it's just up to and it's just up to getting the rest of everything. There we go with that. I wish I could show all how just insane all of this looks at the moment. With all the spools of DMC floss. It is just maddening to look at. But I know it's partially just all my fault. But I decided to dump it all on his face. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah, I don't need these. These are going into the lid, which is now reminding me that's what I have to do. I had forgotten. I have a mask I need to go dye. Leaving that out so I don't forget that. Because I think I'd be very upset if I did. Because I need to go and dye that mask. I know it's like just a regular face mask, but it's like, ah, yes. This is very useful. Very much probably need this. Because, boy, oh boy, it's going to be for the Mimikyu cosplay, so it's kind of needed. So, hopefully I can get that done. Eventually. I keep saying eventually. It is. It's like I'm remembering my list that I have over the things I needed to get done. There's just a lot of things. A lot of things I'm like, oh yeah, that was on the list to do. I have not yet done it. So eventually I feel like it'll get around to it. Okay. Oh boy, what color do we want to start off with? I have it. We'll start off with this. Jigglypuff. Let's see if we can catch that. All we need to get is like 3 more catches and should be fine with the Pokemon. Cool, I caught it. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I use. Use it for another color. Go and grab will hopefully be other colors. Those look like they match. There we go. Nice. And I have more elastic. Maybe it's still good. You never tell with elastic. tell with it until it's actually like in use. Let's see. Ooh. Really want those Pokemon. Okay. Okay. Cool. It's in that spot. This isn't much. It's in the way of color, but that's because it just isn't. There's only so much color available. Once I get this all wrapped up and into the boxes, that's when I'll start going through them again. At least trying to sort them, put them into correct slots. Like I said, get them marked correctly. Correctly put into I think I might have to get a fourth box. This is going to be my boxes of thread, and so that's going to consist of all DMC, Cryonic, Specialty. So it's going to go DMC first, in its numeric order, and then on to the other specialty threads. Which there's a lot of. There's a lot of them. I genuinely cannot believe still how much just DMC there is. Okay. Cool. Nice. Okay. So, oh yes, that's good. That is good. That was a nice color choice I picked. That fits completely. Genuinely feel like a different shade, which is exactly what I wanted. Hold on. But was I muted? I have no idea anymore. I thought I muted myself. Scam callers. And it's the same fucking one. I'm not even like... All I'm doing is just hitting the answer button. I'm not even speaking. So, even if I decided to reject the call, it ends up in my voicemail. It's genuinely annoying. But I know it's like, this is going to end up in the voicemail box anyway. But I freaking hate them because they're like, oh yes, this is a time-sensitive matter. We are only going to call you about it today. And it's like, you have called me 3 times already today. And you called me 3 times yesterday. Fuck off. You're bullshit. And they're adding on at the end, oh, if you want to go and opt out, please call us back. And it's like, hell no. I'm sorry, if I call you back, you're going to go in and start trying to scam me. Fuck off. Just fuck off. I absolutely hate that shit. It's so fucking annoying. Okay, back to what I was doing. Coloring in stuff. And that sounds like the garbage truck. Yep. Yep, I heard that engine noise. That's the garbage. They're finally coming around to pick up the trash. Yep, that's trash. I like the buzz. Did it hear me ranting and decide to be the Pokemon? Yeah. It's making that squeaking noise. I'm not sure how much is left in this one. Which is sad, because it's my nice Copic. I love my Copic markers, but they are so expensive. That's why I only have like a few. Because it's like, oh, $8. $8 for one marker. Very nice markers. Leagues above Sharpie, but oh, I do. I cannot spend that much money all the time. There we go. Caught it. I'm going to be surprised if I finish the diorama and I don't have any splinters in my hands. It's that bad. Whew. I said they're trying to find what I'm doing with stuff. Okay, there we go. That's going on over into tile sets. It's new, so I want to make sure it's into each one of the games, and then over to new data. That's where we'll put the new one. I love going and doing that because it genuinely works out a bit, because it's like, oh yeah, I have this new data And that new data will then help me figure out, yes, this is what I'm doing. I just realized I missed part of the color earlier. Hold on, let me get that. I missed his face. There we go. That's better. Alright. I love that the game, so I've been working on Twisted Wonderland. I love that the game has given me like the birthday cards. I have gotten a couple of them. Just getting Leona's. Let's see. Actually, I have 2 Leonas because I have got his birthday jacket and his birthday bloom. I will be definitely trying to get the cozy set for Malleus. Because I went and saw that and I went, ooh. Let's see, we got Sibek in his birthday jacket. Deuce with the birthday boy outfit. Cater's got the birthday jacket. Ooh, Kaleem, I have the platinum jacket along with the birthday bloom. Who's also birthday outfit? Silver with the birthday jacket. That's fine. I have Riddle with his birthday jacket. Malleus with his birthday jacket. And yeah, that's... I don't have a lot of the birthday cards. So the fact that I'm getting a bit of Leona's, I'm just like, okay, cool. Okay. This should be good. change this color. I can mark this off as completed. Put it in its right folder. So at the very least, I'm going to go and make their sprite. Know where it's going. There we go. Alright. Ba-ba-ba. Of course it goes into the biggest file folder. Of course it does. Of course it does. Hold on. I hate that my sinuses are messing with me. It sucks. Okay. Cool. Cool. Mm-hmm. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. There we go. It's drawer number 2 down. about a 9. Definitely going to be having to grab another box for the DMC thread. Yeah, she's starting to grow a bit. Just a bit. Just a smidgen. Just a tiny bit. It is though nice to at least finally be able to see everything. But yeah, that's what I got. My word. There it is, just okay. Alright. So I know where it goes. Okay, and where's our... There we go. So I'll need that. Ba-ba-ba. I'll at least try to go to my minimum 2 hours. Okay. First things first, since it's person. And I've never done before. We do a little bit of an eye here. So I have the eye color for later. It'd be kind of funny if I do need another bobbin box. At least I can go in. Having to go into work anyway, Saturday and Sunday. So I may as well go and pick up the stuff there. Go and use the employee discount. It's not gonna look that way. Maybe pick up some new bobbins as well. Package of bobbins that I use is it 56 are in there, and I've already bought like 3 in the past, so that's already 168 bobbins. And I'm still not close enough to actually have them, like, finished. So, there's a lot of thread. But I don't really have a lot of room. So, might be that. Might be that choice. Yeah, that's starting to sound like that's what I want to go do. Is probably deal with that. Okay. Since this is only supposed to be like light reference, mainly just for myself, I'm not usually caring about some other details. This is mainly getting like some lightly important details. Things like doing pixel sprites, it's a little hard to make some of the other distinctions that are important. Say like if you were drawing the character for a cutscene or for like a bust that's being used. Because it's like, okay, those are like important things for that. This is basically a sheet for me making a sprite, which I don't remember. Do I even have any? I know I have like. Okay, we have the. Let me look at the character sheets here. That's like running, crawling, wings moving, being on a broom, emotes, okay, so they did kind of give me an idea for a different body shape. That's that one. Oh yeah, that was that was my version that I was working on. Ah yes, the mermaid. Small little fairies. It's mermaid as well. Swimming. More facial expressions. Oh, different types of sitting. And again, different running emotions. And there's one for like a wheelchair, which is a bit unusual. But yeah. Not many it's like sometimes details in sprites are completely lost. Like I was gonna say so I think it's like even really shown in Hannah's sprite. Yeah, I'm lucky that you're still able to like see the bands on her arm from the gloves. But there's just not really this heavy distinction on because I know for a fact like a couple of these characters they have like small intricate chains and it's like yeah, you are not seeing that in the sprite because it's too tiny of a detail to just work with. It's too tiny. So it just doesn't exist. Should mention in the morning tomorrow is Crystal Genesis update. So I don't know if I'm going to be online for anything or if I'm just going to be working on that update. We'll see how that turns out. I'd love to do some streaming, but I gotta see how much the update, which is what I'm going to be trying. That's why I'm trying to get through these sprites first, so I can then work on the mini map a bit more. Let me grab some more information for the mini map. Because that mini map is going to drive me crazy. It already has been, but it is just like, oh gosh, why is it this bad? And there's Trash again. Hello, Trash. Waking up on the other side. At least I'm pretty sure it's Trash. Could be Trash, could be Recycle. There we go. Got the Pokemon, but it's not one of the event ones. Ugh. I'm hoping that we can also get the people out again to deal with the wasp nest, because I'm sorry to say, I am noticing that there's these little white things that are starting to be formed in the nest, and I'm like, oh shit, those are eggs, aren't they? Those are eggs. I fucking knew it was going to be a problem with just 3. Those are goddamn eggs. Fuck. So I'm going to have a lovely time with that. Ugh. Like, I really don't want to deal with that, but I'm just like, oh, fuck me. Yeah, I'm just like looking at that going, yeah. Can we like get somebody out here pronto, stat, to take care of that? It's not exactly a thing I want growing any larger than it already is. It's like, so that's been fun. What's worse is I know they are I'm like 95% sure that a couple of the things that are not getting cut down because the mowers aren't, they don't do large things, which unfortunately, with the rain that we had, a lot of things grew rather quickly, and obviously the mowers don't want to go and take care of those because, oh no, they're too big, that the mower won't get it. Yeah. I'm trying to remember, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I was going and making my tea. I was looking out the kitchen window. So this is like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm seeing something move outside, and I'm like, oh, hi. It was one of the wasps on a plant that was growing up near the house that I had already noticed that there were like holes in the leaves, and I'm like, ah, that's where you're getting your construction material from, isn't it? So those need to go along with the wasp. I'm just like, I don't want to go outside. Like, I feel like it would be easier to deal with if they were just like the mud digger ones. Because those ones, they like the mud. Which, yeah, we got a little bit of that. We got a little bit of that in the front of the house. We're slowly losing that, but it's still just like there's... I kid you not. I go out to pick up the mail. I'm doing it later at night, so I'm not dealing with the bugs. And there is just still water pooled outside the house. Because of, I guess, someone up the street. Just, your sprinklers aren't being used correctly. So it's spraying into the road. And then having that issue, but... I just like look at it and go, okay, this is great, this is fine. Like I said, it'd be fine if the wasps were like the mud digger ones. Those aren't as bad, but no, these bitches are yellow jackets. These are definitely the more, we'll just sting you for the fuck of it. And I'm like, I hate this. I genuinely hate this. So, hating that. And this is another thing. So, last night, this is like 9, 10 o'clock my time. I'm just scrolling through YouTube trying to find a video to watch. And deciding I'm going to go and watch something from Twisted Wonderland. Scrolling through that, and I'm like, okay, you know, there's some compilations of TikToks, which a couple of them have been kind of funny. And then I see this unbirthday Twisted Tail animation, and I'm like, what the? My brain's first like, oh yeah, that's right. Sometimes when I put Twisted Wonderland in, it just goes for Alice in Wonderland, not the Disney property, just Alice in Wonderland in general, and just being like, oh yes, what if this dark version? And I'm like, but then my brain goes, wait, no, Twisted Tail, I have the Twisted Tail books. So I'm looking at it going like, it's an animation? Looks down at the channel it's from. Disney. It is from the official Disney account. And I'm like, hold up. When did you start doing this? So I pop over, I watch it. I see that there's also one for The Beauty and the Beast, for 101 Dalmatians, and also for Tangled. And as I'm watching through the first one, I'm going like, okay, this is kind of cool. It's explaining the story, but it tells the whole story. Like, it tells to the ending, and I'm just like, excuse me, what the fuck? Because it'd be fine if it was like trying to get people into the series, but I'm also sitting there going like, you've spoiled stuff, and it's only 3 minutes. Like, why would someone then choose to read the book when you basically have ruined the ending of the book? It's kind of why I watched the other two, to see if it was just that one. No, the Beauty and the Beast and Tangled both told the ending. So definitely kept away from the 101 Dalmatian until, I actually get that one. But I was just like, yo, you spoiled the ending. Why? And then as I'm thinking about it later, I'm like, these aren't even, they aren't even actually matching. Because they're also skipping parts of the story. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to get up for a moment here. I'm going to run an ad. Alright, I'm back. This thing I was going to say was, it... So the Twisted Tale of Alice in Wonderland, the way they put it in the animation was, oh, Alice is traveling to Wonderland to try to save it. And I was like, yes, she is. But then she realizes there's also a connection to the real world and that there is stuff going on in both. And she's trying to fix both. Like, there is a actual connection between the two. And that's what it's like. It's very, very annoying that it's like that one kind of skipped it. The Tangled one, I was kind of upset with the way that they did the artwork, because again there was very specific things that it's like, okay, these were definitely things that were mentioned, they were put as details, and it's like, did someone not read, or did they just use something else? Because with Tangled, this is very clearly in the beginning part, is that she has all these talismans and things woven into her hair. Her hair is more tied up. And yet in the animation for this, they show it with her hair down. And I'm like, that's not how her hair's supposed to be. It does change to that as she starts to learn that her hair can do good, but it is not the way that it's originally. And the fact that they just went with it being down kind of was annoying, because it was just like, you're expecting to tell me the story of this in your very 3-minute abridge, and yet you can't keep a very crucial detail just in appearance wise. Like, oh my gosh, it really did not look like Rapunzel, and I was upset. They said it's very much things that's like, wow, did you not put in the effort at all? Because that's the way it looks. Okay. I think it is time to call stream. Here we are. Like I said, that was something. And definitely not my favorite. Though, after checking the wiki, apparently there is I have kept up on the books. There's still apparently 2 that have yet to be announced as to what they are. So maybe I'll eventually get those. We'll see. Let's see who is live to read out to. There's quite a few people. Choices. There's a couple people who have been live for only a little bit. Alright. Have a wonderful day, Voidlings. I will try to see you a little bit later. Bye-bye!